Hi guys, you all know who I am. For those of you who don't, I am John, the bearded vampire. I do various kind of videos, predominantly mental health. Today's going to be a mental health one, but I do beard kind of review, like beard product reviews. I've got stuff in my beard. I do chili challenges. They're the three things I focus on, but I do kind of do other things as well. I have a gaming channel as well. I will leave the link to that in the end cards, like I normally do. You can check out this up here. It's nothing important, it's just something you might want to help me with. But as I say, this one's going to be a mental health video. A bit different to some of my other ones. Basically, I'm going to talk about mental health with horror films. Or my mental health with horror films, that should be. Which is why I've got the inverted cross on, because most things to do with horror have something to do with the Antichrist, or demons, or Satan, or things of evil natured. So I figured it'd be a cool, like, kind of gimmicky thing to do. But now what I've discovered is I've been a horror fan since I was like a little kid, literally since the age of like 13, 14, possibly even younger than that. In fact, it will be younger than that, because I think it was when my little sister was only in a pushchair, and she's 7 years younger than me. You know, so it could be from when I was literally about 10 or 11. Maybe even younger than that. I've been into horror films. I remember buying my first horror film called Entity Force. I couldn't buy it myself. I had to get my uncle to buy it for me. But that was the first one that I purchased with my own money. It's called something else in America. I think it's like One Dark Day or One Dark Night or something like that. In America. I think. It's a very 80s kind of B-horror movie. So as you can tell now, I've had quite a bit of experience with horror movies, but it's only been the last 15, 20 years that they've actually started to scare me. Not kind of the ones that are kind of in-your-face blood and gore, blood and guts and slashes. Stuff like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, stuff like that. They don't scare me. Stuff where it's visual, it doesn't scare me. Because there's something there to reference everything with. It doesn't play with my schizophrenia, for example, because I can see everything. And it's there, laid bare. But when it comes to psychological horrors, which have been more predominant in the industry in the last 10, 15, 20 years, they're the ones that really messed with me. I'm not sure why or how it connects to my head and how it connects to my schizophrenia and psychosis, but it really kind of triggers it. I know it's not real. A few years ago, I bought the DVD of the film VHS, which, if you know, is a collection of short horror films. Kind of grouped together in what was supposed to be like on this VHS that these people had stolen or something like that. I know it's not real. I know that those guys were actors. I know that they were putting in this tape that wasn't really anything on the tape. I know that the films that followed were all directed, produced, written, acted. But for some reason, in my mind, something triggered, and I couldn't watch it because it was so real in my head. Actually, I don't know why, because I knew it was all fake. I knew it was the industry. I knew it was a film. But mentally, my kind of schizophrenia and psychosis took over, and they became real. Stuff like Paranormal Activity. I've not seen them because I know that they will play on my mind. The Conjuring, stuff like that. All kind of The Ring. The Ring, I used to love watching The Ring and Grudge, the Japanese and the English version. But these days I can't watch it because it's all kind of messing with my head. And that's only happened since I've started to suffer from schizophrenia and psychosis. Before, I'd be laughing at the screen, laughing at the cheesy acting, because it normally involves quite cheesy acting. It's all over the top or whatever. But for some reason, because of my psychosis and everything, it just triggers something, and it kind of overrides the fact that I know it's only fake, and makes it very real, as if this is what really happened. Like say in VHS, it makes my head and thoughts, my thought process, think that it was a very real event, that it was a very real VHS tape that had all these horror stories on, that were really happening from people recording them. I'm not sure why. Obviously, I'm no psychiatrist, so I don't know the connection there. Whether it plays with the deepest, darkest parts of your mind, I'm not sure. I kind of bring it to the forefront. I really don't know. But it does kind of annoy me slightly, because I would love to be able to watch some good, decent horrors. Because I've been a fan of horror for so long. If I was like 10, that's 30 years of horror. But I've not been able to watch it for the last 15 or 20. It's stuff like vampire films. I can still watch vampire films. I know vampire films, no matter how kind of real they feel, no matter how graphic they are or how psychological they are, I know that vampire films are laughable. They're not scary, kind of not laughing because of whatever. They don't scare me or anything. I just find it kind of so annoying that, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about vampire films. I love vampire films. Vampire films are my favourite. Vampire films and zombie films, they are my faves, hence why I'm called Vampire. Be it either Vampire 2109 like I used to be called, or the Bearded Vampire like I am now, is Vampire. That is what I am known for. I've been known for vampires, connection with a vampire for 22 years now, since about 98, 99. I started to use Vampire as an ID. People who are not online will always know me as Vampire, and as I specifically tell them my name, like I tend to do now, for YouTube and so on. So vampire films, they've always been there for me. But psychological horrors are I just get into me so much at the moment, which is annoying because it is kind of like a really cool avenue. I mean, obviously they are intended to play with your mind, but I feel that because I suffer from schizophrenia and psychosis, I feel that it is kind of heightened, because obviously I can imagine things in a twisted, weird way that other people might not be able to. And I can visualise those through hallucinations, not because I want to, but if the film is so descriptive about the psychological side of it, it could influence my schizophrenia, and those visions can happen in the room, which is kind of scary, which adds like an extra layer to the scariness kind of thing. So not only am I seeing it kind of on the film, but I'm also seeing it kind of live in the room kind of thing. It's only happened a few times, but it's enough to not want to do it. Obviously, I suffer from visions and voices and stuff anyway, but you know they seem to be more aggravated when it's a psychological horror. I think that's all I'm going to say. I've talked about it for like 10 minutes now. You know, so if you ever talking films with me and I don't know much about psychological horrors, you know, just be aware that this is why. It's not because I've blanked it out of existence. There's a reason, there's actual physical reason and mental reason why I can't watch it. Because I can't. You know, I would rather avoid the situation rather than confront it, if you get what I mean. Like we're going out, I don't go out, not because I can't go out. I mean, quite a lot of it is because I can't go out, but also because I don't want to, because I don't want to bring those things to the forefront. I don't want the panic attacks. I don't want the hallucinations. I don't want the voices. So yeah, you know, it's try to avoid psychological horrors because I know it's going to play on my mind. Hope you've enjoyed this little insight into my life. If you have, leave a like and a comment. Do you like psychological horrors? Do you like slasher movies? What sort of films do you like? You know, kind of try and start up a little bit of a conversation here. Do you find you're the same with psychological horrors? Not because you got mental health issues, or maybe you have, or maybe you just find psychological horrors so vivid that it does scare you, or does it not scare you because there's not a visual element to it? I don't know. Tell me what you think of horrors. Horrors, the glory of horrors. And I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye.